and I was working a job at the same time, which stands for just over broke. Hi, I'm Jeannie. I moved out of the US to become the person I always knew I was supposed to be. I'm working on the physical, the mental, the financial, and the spiritual parts of my life that have been holding me back for far too long. It's time I step fully into my becoming era and create a life of freedom and wealth. And this final chapter is called Becoming Rich. This isn't about chasing money. It's about becoming the kind of woman who creates it with ease, intention, and purpose. I've learned that becoming rich isn't just about what's in your bank account. It's about what's in your mind, your heart, and your habits. For years, I was taught to play it safe, to work hard, wait my turn, and hope success would find me. But somewhere along the way, I realized wealth doesn't come from waiting. It comes from becoming the woman who believes she deserves abundance, who multiplies her gifts, and who builds multiple streams of income and multiple ways to live free. This is my journey of expansion, elevation, and wealth in every form. Welcome to the final chapter of my transformation, because real wealth begins within. Good morning. All right. So they say that the average millionaire has about 7 streams of income. Now, after doing some research, I realized that it's only about 65% that has 3 to 5 income. But the point is that millionaires don't rely on just one stream of income, and neither will I. There are 5 different types of income that are widely recognized. These 5 are earned income, business income, portfolio income, rental income, and royalties. Okay, so let's first talk about earned income. Earned income is the most common type of income. Everyone starts here. It is a job or a business. It's where you exchange your time and your skill for money. It is also known as active income, where you physically have to be there to earn directly for your time. In 2014, I started my business, Jeannie Specialties, and I was working a job at the same time, which stands for just over broke. If I'm not there in that kitchen making cakes, then I don't make any money. So that is earned income. I only earn money when I am making cakes. I've had many jobs in my lifetime. I've done Uber Eats. I've been a camp counselor. I've worked at bakeries. I was a server. These are all jobs. But you can ask yourself, what skill or service can I get paid for? And that'll be your first stream. I chose to be a cake decorator, but you could be a hairstylist, a painter, you can be a cook, you can be a cleaner, a makeup artist. But just make sure when you're choosing a job that you're choosing one that you actually like, something that's aligned with your purpose, and something that could teach you something that will benefit you in the future. This is very important because it'll keep you in high vibrations. You know, my channel is about mental transformation. So you have to stay at a high vibration in order to attract money to you. But if you choose to start your own business, it is still considered a job unless you turn it into an actual profit income. Which brings me to my next point, which is business and profit income. This type of income is from a business that you own that can make you profits beyond your hourly work. This is like side hustles and creating something that sells even when you're not working. So this is where you hire employees and the business starts running itself so that you don't have to directly be there in order to make money. So this type of income, I can closely relate it to my content platforms where I have my YouTube channels, which I do for Jeannie Specialties and I do for Becoming Jeannie. I have YouTube and I have TikTok. This will allow me to build personal brands that will eventually lead to earning through sponsorships, collabs, ads, and affiliate marketing. Other examples of this are having an Etsy shop, being a photographer, having a cleaning business, coaching, training. These will all generate profits even when you're not actively working. So you can ask yourself, what do I already love to talk about or create that people will pay for? That could be your business income. My first content platform I started in 2020, which was my Jeannie Specialties TikTok. And in 2021, I created my Jeannie Specialties YouTube channel. And then from there, this year in 2025, I created both my Becoming Jeannie TikTok and YouTube channel. So for this income stream, these are the businesses that I am currently building. Okay, so the next income stream that I am building is a portfolio income. This is where you let your money work for you. This is income from investing. So it's where your money makes more money. These can include stocks, dividends, crypto, investing into small savings accounts. For me, it's Forex trading. I started this in 2020 and I absolutely fell in love with it because I love numbers. I had started out with a course and then started reading books and then just practicing my skill. But it is something I'm still actively working on. And you can start too. You could use investing apps such as Acorn or Robinhood, or you can start small by investing $10 a week into an investment account or learn some trading basics. What I also did was to contribute to a retirement account. This money is being invested for you and will grow over time. And one day it will create income for you without even having to work. You can set one up with your JOB and contribute about 5% of your check. And what I had done was cashed out and moved to Ghana. It is one of the things that is funding my stay here. And you do have to pay taxes on it if you take it out early, which I was willing to do that. It was like free money for me. Okay, so next is rental or real estate income. These are income that comes from assets. You earn money by renting something out that you own or manage. This one relates to my business, Cozie Spaces. It is my short-term rental business where I rent out real estate for short-term stays. This is my biggest stream of income right now, and it's helping me build financial independence. But just so we're clear, you don't have to buy a house. I actually rent the studios that I provide, but you can also start small. I started with just a room in my house. I've been renting rooms since the beginning of 2019, and that eventually led me to putting rooms on Airbnb and taking it more seriously to where I started my own business. You could also lease equipment, you could sublet storage space, you can rent out your car, you can rent photography gear, you can rent lawn equipment. So you can ask yourself, what do I already own that someone else would pay to use? The possibilities are endless. Okay, so last is royalties and licensing income. This income is passive income from creative assets. You use your creativity to make something once and then you earn from it over and over again. This could be digital products. It could be templates, recipe books, anything that you can package digitally and sell. My business, One Caker, represents this income stream. It is my blogging business where I share recipes and tutorials, but I also sell recipe books and templates for business cards and marketing posters. So even when I'm not baking, my creativity earns for me. I started this in 2024 and I barely even made new blog posts since then, and I've already made over $100. But it is something something I am desperately craving to get back into. So you can ask yourself, what knowledge or process could I package digitally? This could be digital planners, ebooks, music, photos, online classes. This will continue to earn after creation. So although it's good to have 5 different streams of income, the most important thing, as I always say, is your mindset. So you have to stay positive throughout the entire process. You have to change your money mindset. And the best way that I know how to do this is by going to events, go to investment events, go to conferences and seminars, and hang around people that love to talk about money. And you can also read books. Some of my favorite books so far that relates to money is Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 10 Pillars of Wealth, and my most current book that I'm still reading, A Happy Pocket Full of Money. I've linked all of these books down in the description box if you want to go check them out. These will absolutely change your life. Oh, also Richest Man in Babylon. That was the first money book I've ever read. And that one just made so much sense to me because they talk about how people were becoming rich even way in the beginning of time. It helped me change my money mindset, and I know it can help you. All right, so these were my 5 streams of income, each serving a purpose. You can use one to pay bills, one to build your brand, one to grow your wealth, one to give you stability, and one to create legacy. But just start with one and go from there. Leave me a comment on what stream of income you are ready to start building. All right, that's all I got for you today. And remember, transformation starts in the mind, and money can buy happiness.